Hey guys, welcome back to Robu. Hope you are doing well and staying safe. In this video, we are going to do the unboxing and assembly of the i3 mk3s Plus 3D printer by Prusa. So if you want to know more about the complete unboxing and assembly, stay tuned. So let's start the unboxing. For all the viewers there, actually I am a beginner. So this is my first 3D printer which I am building. Prusa 3D printers are said to be like beginner friendly. So if I can build it, anyone can. So let's open this. Okay, we have a lot of things here. I'll just keep this aside and spread it out on my table. So in the box I got these two boxes. So I think these have the parts inside, and this one is a basic filament given to us by the Prusa team. So it comes into the box, inside the box. This are the cylindrical rods, I guess it should be. This right here is the motor kit and some extra parts with us. Again, this huge one, this seems like a heat bed, this one. And we have the assembly instructions and a handbook given to us by the Prusa team. This one says PSU, so I think this one will power the whole 3D printer, and we have the cable with us. And at the end we have these gummy bears given to us by the Prusa team, so thank you for that. So let's start unboxing these parts and then assemble them. So let's start the unboxing. We have the first box here. We'll just take a look at the important parts. So here we have some tools. So on the screen you can see the part list. This right here is the extruder, and this is a ELE, and this thing is the LCD, and most of the other things are just zip ties and nuts and bolts. So we'll look into that later. Let's start with the number 2, which is the Y-axis. Let's open it. So these are the parts we got from the second box. So let's unbox this pizza box right here. This is the steel sheet, PSU and HB. It's written up here. And this is what I think is the frame of the complete 3D printer. Let's keep this aside for now and take a look. Now that we have all of these and this, let's combine this together and make the frame. So let's keep these things aside for now, and even this one. Let's concentrate on these. Okay, so now the screwing is completely done. Now let's move to the next step. So the next step is to install these PSU holders. So you have to take it like this and basically insert it right here. So the same for the next one, and that's it. So this is a front plate and this is a rear plate. So it will go like this here, and this one will go like this, and then we have to screw it up with the help of the Allen key. Let's do it. So this is the frame which we have built. This much frame we have built. Now we'll move on to our next step. Now when that is done, you need to take your frame like this, put it like this, take these anti-vibration foots, insert it straight like this at the ends, and then rotate it. So that's done. Next we'll do the same for all the 4. So remember previously we opened a box like these which had all the fasteners and ELE. So this one is the box which contains all the 3D printed parts which we will use. So let's do it. So now is the time to make this Y-belt idler. Honestly speaking, a lot of your time will be going into finding these parts, the small nuts and fasteners and everything, parts and all. Thanks to Prusa, like they have given us labeled all the components in their packages. So let's remove one of these 3D printed parts. Yeah, this one. The screws and the bearing housing is right here. We'll assemble this. So as we can see, we have this bearing housing and we have these two small nuts and bolts, and this we have like one bigger one, the screw and the nut. So the smaller nut you have to fix here, and the bigger one you have to just fix here. So we'll just do that. So now that we've inserted the small two nuts right here, we'll insert this big one inside this here. So this one will be inserted here. So that's done. So guys, actually I had a very difficult time because we don't need to insert this screw right here. We need to do it at the opposite end. So make sure to not make this mistake while building this printer. Also make sure whenever you are tightening these screws that you do not use excessive force. You just need to use very little minimal force, or you can break the 3D printed part. So this is basically complete. Now what we need to do is attach this part in a frame. You need to remember that after this construction you need to connect it like this. So remember that this point should be at the upper end and this is the smaller rear end. So this is the rear plate. Okay. So yeah, this is the Y-axis motor. You can see it's written Y-axis here. So I'll just take it. So to build this motor and motor holder we need the following parts. So now that these two screws have been fixed right here, I'll just attach this. So now basically when we've connected this assembly, we'll just attach it like this to the end. So this is basically the Y carriage. We'll attach these bearings inside these things, these gaps. And then we'll put this brackets and screw it. So now that we've assembled this Y carriage, we'll just unbox this cream roll looking thing. And then I've been said that these are basically rods, smooth rods, which we'll put inside them. So let's unbox them. Now let's put these smooth rods inside like this, so they can smoothly rotate inside. And then the other one. So I guess this one is rotating smoothly, but this one is not. So we'll have to take a look again. Remember that if you have not installed the bearings properly, the rotation will be not smooth. So like the image shown in the video right now, the pattern should be, the bearing should be installed in this way. So basically this is a wire rod holder and we have to install the nuts inside. So you can see we have 3 holes. One is here, this one. The second one is right here and the third one is right here. So we'll install these. So for ensuring that the hole of the nut and the hole of this holder are in alignment, you just need to put this Allen key inside just to check, and you can align it with the help of it just by pressing it a little bit. So if it's passing, it means that you have done it correctly. So like this basically. So I'll do this for all of the 4 of the holders. Now let's just install this wire rod holder like this. So you have to gently push it at the ends. In this direction, and you have to do it for all the 4 sides. So remember guys, the rods we are using comes in 3 different lengths. So you have to use the rods which are of medium length, not the bigger one or the smaller ones. Now let's just keep it on top of it here, and then let's screw all the necessary screws. So now that we've assembled the Y carriage like this, we'll check the alignment, and then we'll be completely assembling this Y belt holder. So in this Y belt holder we have 2 places. One is this one and the other is here, this one. So the small nut will put around here, and this little bigger one will put just around here. So now that we've done with this side, I'll just start with this one. So I have to take the belt and wind it around the M3x10 screw, basically like this, only a small amount, small length of the belt, and then put the belt inside the thing. So yeah, like this. On the other side we have the smaller nut. So I'll just take an Allen key and screw it properly. So I'll take this part from here, I'll insert it and fix it right here. Take this belt around from the stepper motors. So the stepper motor is like this. Again take the belt from the same space. So from here, and then we'll just take this belt from this bearing, fix it inside this holder, and insert these 2 holders adjacently, like this basically. So one here and the other one is here, like this. When that is done, we just need to check the tension around, and I think that's good. So now our work with the y-axis is complete. Now we'll work on the x-axis. Now let's start with the assembly of the x-axis. So right here are all the parts which we require for the assembly. Let's dive into it. So let's start with the assembly of x-axis. So what you have to do is you have to insert these bearings right into these 3D prints. So you have to insert these bearings, like one of these should be like this, like straight, and the second should be to the 45 degree for greater friction, as is said in their tutorial book, basically Prusa's tutorial book. So one should be straight and one should be at the 45 degree angle. So you can keep it like this basically. So let's keep it and push it inside slowly. So like they said, one should be straight. Just insert this and push it through anything, like you can push it through this rod, you can push it a little bit inside like this, maybe with the rod or maybe with something else manually. So the more you push it, yeah, even if with your finger you can do it. So yeah, till the end. So that's done. Now when the straight one is done, tilt this one a little bit, like at 45 degree basically. So maybe, yeah, this angle is correct, and then push it. So that's done. So yes, exactly. So this one is also done. So we'll do the same thing with the other one, this 3D print, and we'll insert these bearings into them. So now we are done with both of these 3D prints. We have inserted the bearings inside them. We'll move on to the next step. Now the next step is to take this 3D print and insert the M3x30 into this specific space. You have to take the square nut and put it inside, press it a little bit. Yeah, so now that's done. So let's tighten this one. Remember that you don't have to, completely push it inside the nut. You just have to leave some space for now, because afterwards later we can just adjust it. So you have to keep some space between the nut and the screw itself. So the next thing is to use the circular nuts and put it here right inside. So I'll just put it. So the next thing is you need to take this M3x18 screw, and you just have to put it inside by adjusting this bearing. So yeah, you have to put the bearing and the screw into an adjustment, so they should be in proper sync. Yeah, slowly you can put your tiny finger like this inside. So what we need to do is we need to connect these rods into these, in between these two 3D prints, but we need to have a smoother movement with the rods. And you know what that means? More bearings. So these are basically the bigger rods, as we know that we used the medium length rods before. So these are the bigger ones. Talking about the bearings, we need to keep it at the angle which is shown on your screen, and we need to mark it at the top. We need to mark all the bearings at the topmost layer like this. Okay, so we'll do it for all of them. This marking is basically as the instruction book says, for future reference. So we'll just listen to it, our magic book, and just put it inside. So two of them should be at the top rod and one of them should be at the bottom rod. So we'll insert this here and this one here. Similarly, this one here and this one should be here. So the complete bearings are lubricated, so your hand might become greasy. So you need to just completely dry off these things so you don't hurt yourself. So after I put the bearings into the two rods, you just have to gently push the rods inside the two 3D prints until you see that it has been inserted completely. You can see on the camera the rod has been inserted till the end. So that means the process was successful. So after this is built, you just need to put it in above or stepper motor and like this, and you just have to screw them up. Now you just need to take these covers and put them right here. You just need to install it right here. Yes. So guys, we have officially completed the assembly for the X-axis. The Prusa manual says that the next step is to have 10% dose of gummy bears, but unfortunately I have finished them all. So no problem, it's your choice, you can have it whenever you want. Let's move on to the Z-axis now. So let's start the installation of the Z-axis. So first are these parts, which are the right and the left part. So like this, so you just have to put one here at the left and one here at the right. So let's screw it. Now when I have connected these two parts, I just need to connect the right motor here at the right side like this, and the left motor at the left side. So we'll just connect it. So guys, during the installation of the Z and X-axis, I realized that I had installed this frame in the wrong direction. So I removed it and again installed it in this direction, which is the red direction, and it cost me another 30 minutes. Try not to do that so you could save some time. Now what we need to do is we just need to install this X-axis on this platform. So we'll just put it like this here, and another one will be here like this. So that is done. Take these remaining rods and put them inside here. Now you need to apply a very minimal force here so that the rod goes inside the holes here in the 3D printed items. So I'll just do this gently and it's inside. So same for the other one. Now when this is done, you just need to take these two pieces and connect them here, guys. Hey guys, so till now we've completed the assembly of X, Y and Z axis. In the next one we'll complete the assembly of E axis. Now let's start the assembly of the E axis. So first we'll start with the extruder body assembly. So we'll insert the nuts wherever there we have spaces, so like this, and some more like this one where we will insert the mk3s nut. So yeah, we'll first do that. So I've just screwed all the nuts inside the extruder body. Remember, you have to keep this one a little loose because we need it loose for the future. So keep it like this, a little loose. So we have two magnets here. So you can see this is a big magnet and this is a smaller one. I'll just take it this way and separate them into two magnets like this. I'll take this smaller magnet and put it inside. So this is done. Now I'll just put this thing here. Okay. Now you need to put these two magnets, like this magnet will go inside in such a way where each of them repel each other. So you should know that these two magnets shouldn't attract each other. They should repel each other. So right now they are repelling, not attracting. So yeah, I think I have, fix them in correct manner. So after this is fixed, we need to insert this M3 into 18 screw and tighten it like this. So we need to insert this ball, steel ball, into this part and then slowly put this ball like this. So yeah, if you can see this clearly, insert it like this, pull this part little, yeah, so this is fixed. So you see, yeah, this portion can be moved like this slowly, and with that the ball also come inside and go outside. Yeah, so this is done. So the next thing is to take the motor, stepper motor, and fix this part above it like this. So basically these are two parts, the servo motor and the 3D printed part. So you just need to keep this like this and keep your this mounting like this on the stepper. Now let's fix this. So currently we have three parts which we have assembled. So I'll just put the extruder inside like I said before. So the direction should be proper like this, and then you should just carefully take this motor and you should just place it like this. So this is fixed perfectly, like you can see. Now let's attach it. So basically this is the IR cable. You just need to put it like this. So yeah, here. So you just should know the path. You should just insert this IR cable and we are done. For another wire, for the stepper one, you just need to put it right here, and next we'll be fixing these two together. So basically these two are the sections we have. We'll just connect them both right away like this, and they're fixed. Now let's tighten up the screws here. Next we need to attach this IR sensor on the top of this module, so right here, and then we'll just attach a screw. So now we'll just take this fan, insert these wires from inside here, and then we'll just connect these screws right here. So basically this is a pulley with small bearings inside. We just need to put it like this inside this thing, which is an idler, and insert the shaft. So remember, you need to do it very gently, very yeah, like this. So it's inside now and it's rotating. So we've just fixed this part here by unscrewing and screwing this nut, and then I'll just assemble this small part right here like this basically. So I'll just do it like this. Wait a second. Yeah, so I have to do it like this. So I'll just screw it right now and let's see what's the result. Now we'll take this spring and insert it into this M3 into 40 screw, and we'll just pass it through here inside. screw it. So next we need to just take this part and like put it right here, and then use this screw and tighten it right here with this Allen key. Next thing we need to do is take this fan here and attach it right here. So this is basically a Super Panda sensor. So this is basically a calibration sensor as I could get through from a Google search. I'll just attach this here and just fix this like this. Now what we need to do is we need to assemble this extruder right onto the x-axis. So I'll just put it like this, and and then use the zip ties. With the help of zip ties, I'll just put them into the right holes here. I think they are here. Yes, exactly. And they'll automatically come from here. I'll just do the same for the second one and I'll fix them straight away. So I'll just do for the second one now. So now we need to attach this belt on the x-axis. So we'll just fold this belt like this and here fix it, try to fix it. So it will take a little time. Yeah, you'll get it like this. Now the next thing you need to do is move around this and make sure your belt goes through this. So now your belt is connected to the x-axis on one side. Now you need to do the same on the other side, basically this side. And you have the belt under control. So you can see my belt is moving, my whole extruder is moving through this belt basically. Yeah. So now what we need to do again is we have this other side right here. So we need to turn it around and fix it right here. So I'll just turn it around again. So you need to insert this nylon cable here, right here, and push it through like this. You have to apply a little force, and that's it. Now insert all the wires through this 3D printed hole like you can see, and just attach it right here at the end. So we'll just screw it now. So this is basically an LCD display. What we'll do is we'll take a 3D printed part, this one, and we'll just attach this one on this side and the other one on this side. So here and here. Then we'll take the display and attach it right here. So insert it here and a little push, not too much. So you have to do it very easily, and it will be like this. The next thing you need to do is take this knob and attach it right here on the potentiometer. So this is done. Now we'll attach this LCD panel right here. So now we need to keep this heat bed on top of our complete section here. Then we need to keep spacers in between like here, and then totally screw them up. Now when we are done with our heat bed, let's attach the PSU. So what you need to do is we've attached these metallic things right here. So we'll take this M3x10 screws and fix them here. So we don't need to fix it that tightly, it can be a little loose because we'll tighten them later on. And then take our PSU and fix it right here like this. So we need to attach one dome screw here and the other one should be here. We'll do that. can take this little higher or lower as per your convenience. I'll just now we will attach this ING door. So in this we'll keep our microcontroller which will control the whole 3D printer basically. So we'll attach it like this, and on the other end we'll keep it like this. Let's connect this now. Next we'll attach this motherboard into this ING base like this, and then connect the screws on the 4 sides. So now that we've fixed these 2 screws, we'll just attach the base. So let's start with the electronic assembly. So remember that even if you are a beginner or an expert, you need to refer to the manual, because you can, if you do things wrong, you can blow things up, or in worst case start a fire. So basically you need to refer to the manual. Now I'll start doing all the electronics, connecting all of the stuff. So let's do it. So guys, this was the complete 3D printer assembly, the complete build. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more such informative and practical content. Subscribe to our channel. Stay safe, stay tuned at Robu.in.